You're listening to Tour Tech, your 5 weekly takeaways to tourism success. This series is brought to you by the Digital Tourism Think Tank in partnership with the European project Tourbit, which is co-financed by the European Commission's COSME program for SMEs. I'm Nick Hall, founder of the Digital Tourism Think Tank, joined by our series co-host Marie Texier, looking after Tourbit for Paris & Co. And each week, we'll be bringing you insightful discussions with tourism SMEs undergoing digital transformation together with the innovative tech partners who are guiding them on that journey.
Today, we're in Barcelona, a hotbed for digital innovation in tourism. We'll be connecting with Angela Bustillos from the travel tech startup eXplorins and Javier López García from the business association at the heart of a major shopping district around the Carré de Pelai, in the heart of the city. So Marie, what can we expect coming up in today's podcast?
I really enjoy this discussion because I learned a new word and a new technology called phygital experience. In this episode, we're going to talk about blockchain, NFT, and how we can link these really interesting technologies into tourism. And I can promise you that after you will all want to apply this technology to your business because you will see it's super accessible and you can do great things with phygital experiences.
Well, you've certainly got me excited, so let's have a listen to this fascinating interview.
My name is Angela Bustillos, and I am the CMO and co-founder of eXplorins, a startup based in Barcelona. We are basically a creative tech hub where we develop phygital experiences, that mean online and offline experiences for cultural projects, city dynamization, and experiential marketing. We create digital products, but our mission is to connect the technology or the digital with the physical world, with the human, and get it closer, and more about the experience and about the utility. So for that, we connect and use new technologies such as augmented reality, blockchain, Web3, geolocalization, and so on, in order to achieve the objective of the product, but also to achieve sustainability.
Okay, I'm really curious to know more about Javier and to understand how you end up working with Angela.
Hello, I am Javier López from Barcelona, Spain. I am the manager of the Merchants Association of Pelai Street in Barcelona. Pelai is one of the most central streets in the city. It's in the city center. And you can find top brands, big hotels, mall center called El Triangle, and different services. My goal in Pelai Street is to make great things happening. And my work is based on creating marketing campaigns and attractive experience on the street that connects with visitors, tourists, pedestrians, and the clients of the shops. Something very important to say is that Pelai Street is in the center of Barcelona and is surrounded by universities, theaters, art galleries such as MACBA, leisure places, and that makes that people that goes in the street is a dynamic mix of young students, visitors, tourists, local people wanting to live a big experience. So Pelai is a very interesting place to visit in Barcelona, and we have working on some innovative things to make the difference.
So talking about innovative things, what did you do with eXplorin and how did you feel you needed to be more digitalized?
We start working with eXplorins because Pelai has a mission. Pelai wants to be the street of the future. I tell you quickly to understand. Pelai is in a moment of transition at an urban planning level, okay? We are talking to the city council to create a new urban project, a new street with new elements, etc. It's time to rescind the city model. So to make a new street is a long time project. So, but we can start to make a new identity for the street. And we think that this identity, it goes to create innovative projects and digital projects. So Pelai is in the center of Barcelona and we have much commitment with the modernity and to give visitors a good experience. And we create 2 projects, Pelai Virtual Gallery and Pelai Virtual Christmas. And I think Angela can explain in detail what Pelai Virtual Gallery is.
Yes. So in the case of the two projects, the first one, Pelai Virtual Gallery, is a phygital gallery, the first one in Europe, where we connect and we put together 15 artists from Barcelona, well, living in Barcelona, from every part of the world, to participate with their own piece of art. So basically, the experience that is still available is connected to the app. You open the link and you go through this universe where you open straight away the map that is inside. So in the map you will see 15 pieces here located, and you start like the game. No, you press the button start and you start walking. You need to be geolocalized, and each one is a augmented reality piece created for one artist or one of the 15. When you are in the location, the exact location, the app allows you to open the 3D model. So through your phone, you will be able to watch, play, and see the piece of art of that artist. For example, Marina Salazar is one of the artists participating, and you can see her work art through your phone. You can play around, you can take videos or photos. And the second level of this experience, of this gallery, is that you can take that art and buy it. Each one is an NFT, that's no fungible tokens, that's part of the Web3 or blockchain technology. The NFT works that once they are created with the smart contract, you can not change it. And the most important is that the smart contract, the people that participate on the smart contract for the royalties and the rights are the people that is involved. So as soon you buy a piece of art, a digital piece of art from this gallery, from Pelai Virtual Gallery, you can that money goes through the artist and go through one NGO on the city, on the territory, close to where is the street. So you have a lot of level of impact here. You have a cultural impact. You have a social impact because of the donations. You have an environmental impact because the blockchain that we use is a carbon neutral certificate. You have a city experience impact in the way that we allow people, that the mass, to participate. It's a democratization of the cultural experiences. And you have the economic impact because the money goes through the artist, the majority of part of that revenue. So Pelai Virtual Gallery is an iconic project where we show that the sustainability can be connected with cultural experiences that can be cool, that can be creative, can be diverse, and can invite everyone to be part.
It's amazing what you can do because you allow people just walking in the street to have a real experience. They have an experience walking and discovering the street, but also discovering art through their smartphone. So this is how you are linking a real experience with digital experience, right? It's impressive because we are used to walk, but we are not used to things that are not in the real world. So it's like we can escape also from our reality and learn things. Concerning the NFT part, so if I understood well, we can buy a part of a series of this piece of art. So we invest in this painting, let's say, and then can we resell it? What is my benefit in buying NFTs?
In this case, the benefit can be double. Yes, you can resell. It's your asset. And the good thing about the blockchain is that allow people to be transparent and secure in terms of transactions, where you always have the ownership as soon as you resell. In that case, every time that piece is reselling, the artists keep having the royalties. So that's another part, because, for example, if you buy a normal piece of art, like a physical one, that is beautiful too, and maybe tomorrow or 10 years later you don't like anymore, and a friend of you say, oh, I buy. When you resell that money the second time, it doesn't go to the artist, the first one. So that's a huge benefit in terms of transparency, in terms of making sure that the people that is part have also still part of that money, of that economic impact. It doesn't matter how long in the time. So Yes, that's one part. And the second is it works in this experience works more like a takeaway that you have from the city. Like we buy t-shirts or hats or whatever from the city where we visit, the common souvenirs. In this case, the souvenirs is a more digital one that involves culture, that involves new technologies, and as Javi mentioned, involves the new way of approach the future of cities and technology innovation.
And Javier, did you encounter any challenges in making this innovation accessible to the people that are going through Pelai Street?
Well, as I tell you later, in Play Street, we have surrounded to universities, to art galleries, museums, and people is walking around Pelai Street is usually young people, and it is to be in touch with this kind of innovative things. The goal here is to talk with city council and to have their help to amplify this project, and because the change is to arrive here to all the people in Barcelona. So I think it is a long way because we want to be the street of the future, and it begins with this project, but we want to do a lot of more innovative projects in the future. We want to implement the innovative things in the street in the real world. We want to propose innovative and innovation in the future urban projects.
And in practice, how does it work? Should I download an application, explore an application to be able to see the art, or do you have your own application for this?
So we have both cases. At Exploring, we develop technology that you can show inside of our app, Explorins app, that is free. The user doesn't need to pay for be part of the experience. Also, we can develop a standalone or technology that we can implement on your app or your web app that is very common right now. So I mentioned this because for Pelayo Street, we have two projects. The first one, Pelai Virtual Gallery, and the second one that is more a season project that is for Christmas. So for this one, we don't need to download any app. We don't need to do anything, only scan the QR code that is in the middle of the street, three big QR codes with the Christmas light. So the people who is walking, watch, can see the super big QR code, scan straight from their phone, and this goes through the landing page that we create, where you can select three of the thematic 3D that we develop with Anna Sugar, the artist. And as soon as you select, you can open in 3D and you can watch the whole experience with your phone and walk around and take the pictures and do all this in more dynamic part. So depending of the case, we can use app or we can use more the browser or the web AR integrations, because sometimes it's going to be easier for the clients and for the users to watch and to live the experience on that way. Or sometimes you need the app components, that part of that technology, because you want to develop a heavy layer like for example, we create loyalty programs. In that case, we need to go through a kind of app. So depending of the product is where we decide what type of output we are going to use.
I want to tell that Pelai Virtual Christmas is a project more focused on to go to all the people. It connects with all kind of people because it's happening in Christmas, and you go to the phygital wall through scanning the QR. I want to explain very quick the story of this project because it's important to understand. Okay, one of my jobs also in Pelai Street is to manage the Christmas lights. Each commercial hub in Barcelona manage the street lights. What about Christmas lights? Christmas lights are usually very traditional and have been not innovation for many years. So when I was tasked with managing the Christmas lights, I started to think a way to offer something different. And I was thinking, and one day I saw a story in a technology newspaper. I see the story about some guys in the United States that they create a large QR in the night sky with drones. And this big light QR in the night sky had a lot of scans in a very short time. And I thought, okay, maybe we can implement this idea in the Christmas lights in Pelai. I spoke to the installer and I asked him if it was possible. And finally, he creates three large QRs, retro illuminated, and we place it in different places in Pelai. And we can offer something different in Christmas light that are very traditional and sometimes a little bit boring, no? And okay, and it's worked very well, and it catch your attention because you are working in Pelai Street with your shops in your hand, and what is a QR in the street, and you can go to you go to scan. It catch your the attention.
And can you see how many people have been using this QR code since you have been implementing it?
Yes. For this project, we also, in terms of the numbers, is very important. We also do a strategy of connecting the AR models or the 3D models inside of one very important platform in terms of content creation, that is Snapchat. It's very famous in America. It's one of the biggest platforms. In Europe, it's not that much famous, but as Javi mentioned, we have a lot of visitors through the street and through the city every year now. So even that is not a famous platform here, the Americans visitors use it and use it a lot. So for that, we have also metrics. So for the first part that they have people scanning the QR code, we have 16,900 people so far in 28 days. The time of the season is like around 2 minutes, more or less. It's going up and down. So it's not a bad number in that case. In terms of that's why I mentioned Snapchat. It was huge, was like really impressive on how quickly got, because it was very fast. Now it's more stable, like it's not growing that fast. But in the first week, we have 100K. Snapchat works in terms of each piece. So we have metrics for each piece. One is the Pelai, let's say, I love Barcelona. The other is Pelai Santa, that is a little Santa with glasses, so funny, dancing. And the other is the Pelai tree, that is also very cute and say the big words, shopping Pelai. So each one have around, the first, I love Barcelona, is 100K. The second is 80K, and the other is 70K. So it's around 70 and 100K each. That's a lot of people, of visualizations. Have been sharing around 200 and 300 times. People is playing and staying on the game around 3 minutes and a half. Have been saved as a favorite from 20 to 50 times each one, I'm talking. So that's huge numbers, super fast. And the most important is a omni-channel strategy, because it's not only the people that is on the street that can open from the Snapchat, that is an option. It's also people that is inside of a Snapchat that can see this content and open wherever they are. So it's interconnected multi-channel project.
I want to say another thing. We made an offline campaign with the QR codes that we produce 50K postcards, and these postcards with the image of the campaign. And this postcard we distributed in the hotels of the street, and it's a present for all the people that lives in the hotels. And this is nice because it's a present, beautiful present. You see, I love Barcelona, and this is a way to make more promotion of our brand, of Pelai brand and Barcelona brand. And you have the code here to enter to the experience, and you can write a postcard and send you to to your family in Peru or China. And this is the way that Barcelona brand and Pelai brand flies all over the world. And it's a present, it's free, and it's nice because it's amazing.
So thanks to your solution, we can have a huge marketing impact. This is absolutely incredible what we can do. Linking digitalization and also a postcard. I really like that. So for all the people that are listening to us, they are hotel, tour operators, travel agencies, they can really dig in what Exploring is doing because it can be adapted to their localization and brand. And through the augmented reality you just explained to us, they can market their brand, their image, their values as well. So it's really powerful. And I think it's an amazing example on how we can link digitalization with also a physical street or accommodation and so on. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. I have a question. Let's pretend I am an hotel in Italy and I want to use Exploring in my hotel. What are the different use I can have of your innovation?
So you are a hotel in Italy and you want to use the app. In that case, what we do is to, through our methodology, to understand if you need a product of experiential marketing to build inside of the hotel, or better, that's part of the methodology, to connect the experience with the stakeholders around. That means the commerce, the local commerce, the public sector, the institutions or small cultural productions, or the cultural community surrender. So what we do is to build together with you, depend of what you need, a phygital experience that connect the main stakeholder or the important stakeholders to understand the users or the public that is coming, to integrate this to develop a positive impact that can be social, economic, or environmental, or the three at the same time. Right now, we have four big projects with the tourist sector, more in the accommodation also, where we are building a loyalty program system that can connect the accommodation, the stakeholders, and the users in order to use blockchain technology as the way to collect and receive points. The traditional loyalty program, but using blockchain that can ensure the transparency and also can connect different stakeholders. For example, if you buy in this local shop that they have season food and kilometer zero products, you get points. So if you are inside of the system, I can go there, collect the points, and then with these points, I can claim products or benefits, let's say, inside of the hotel or with another partner in the city. So it's very good for the transparency, but also it's great to building communities. And if we put on the top of that the sustainability on tourist sector, that's a huge opportunity for this type of SMA to build communities and to build long-term relationship with the clients and the people, the residents inside of the cities.
This is very smart. I really like the fact you are taking into account the whole community and the stakeholders all around, and not just one hotel that is doing his thing on his own. No, you are really aware of the impact it can have on the whole community. And above all, it's only positive impact. So really congratulations on what you are doing. So now let's talking more about your collaboration between Javier and Exploring. Do you have any best practices you would like to share for people that would like to use Exploring in the future?
I think I can point three best practice on this specific case when Pelai Street, because that's the main focus right now. But this can also be a really good learning or key learnings for different projects. So the first one is that we can see that the how technology can be a huge tool in order to connect and develop a positive impact, no? Understand the technology or take the technology as we always think as a channel and as a way to do things for the physical and the human existence, if we want to get more into the philosophy. And the other takeaway is how the culture and tradition can be the main topic. No, it's not like the technology is for us. The vision is that to don't use the technology as only technology, but also to be this channel that can take the culture, the tradition, and put more up, no, to elevate the meaning, the storytelling, the public, to take it as another experience, but saving the core meaning. In this case, the Christmas lights that can be are super important, and the day when they turn on is like the main event of November, and all these things. I think all is European cities happen the same. So, but later can be a bit boring. So how you convert and how you keep the same and elevate the experience. The other thing is to revitalize the urban spaces, turning them into interactive art galleries or art experience. It's like to add layers, no? And right now it's very into the utopia about the futures. Like we're gonna have these glasses and we will have AR everywhere. I really don't know if that's gonna be 100% like that. I think sounds excited, but so far we have our phones, and the phones can do a lot because a huge machine, and not only for social levels, but also for many things. Part of that is that we have access. We have access to everything. So that's the third point of democratization and accessibility of experiences that can have also a lot of knowledge inside that can inspire communities and can help us to reimagine that urban landscapes, reimagine the future of the cities in terms of urban, in terms of innovation, in terms of society, to get inspired to be a point of meeting where not only brands can give the content, but also that's always part of our challenge as a developers to try to like the people also can be part of that. No, that's where the centralized technologies are playing a big role. How people can also participate and decide together, or the open government, no, best practice. So democratization is the key, and sharing governance is the key. We use technology to achieve that, and both cases, Pelai Virtual Gallery and Pelai Virtual Christmas, are being a perfect example of how we can use and elevate the digital or the technology into connecting with the society and what is the thing that matters right now.
From my position, I can talk about good practices, referring to the way that we works. Because in Pelai, I am the client of eXplorins, but I am also contributor of the company. So we work as a team, and we work with a very good relation. And this is, for me, it's a good practice because I don't have the position of a client, and I put more in a way to collaborate with them and to work together. In this way, okay, we have a long relation, and we have managed another projects in Barcelona. Something's more focused on displaying the story of different places, something more related to gamification. So the good thing about our relationship is that we are thinking always the way to do the things in a different way, and to be innovative and to create a good impact in the users. I always have a very creative idea or a great idea to offer to explorers.
We need some craziness sometimes to be more innovative also. And Angela, so Javier just mentioned that you did a tour to explain cultural things in the city. So for example, if I am a travel agency and I want my client to discover in another way the cities they will visit, they can call you and you will implement a new strategy to help the travel agency to guide their clients through augmented reality, for example.
Yes, we can, depend of the city. For example, in Barcelona, we can do two things. We can share the link of our web app that's Explorins, and there is plenty of experiences created for clients like Pelai, or created also by users. There are routes around the cities, very focused on the local culture and community. So that's different type of content, but also the ones that we have created for clients. There are the ones that they have more immersive experience as the AR or augmented reality. So we can share this because it's free content, and the other side is to build a specific product if they have a specific type of client and they don't find that content on already made it, or they want to build or to develop experiential marketing inside of their communication strategy. So that's our role. That's pretty much why clients last Pelai call us to say, guys, we want to do something with you because I have seen they are doing cool things. That's lovely brief, but also a challenge brief. But yes, we love to think on the strategy. We love to make great product that makes sense. And they also have this wow moment. We have forget the impact. So we believe in a world where human values can coexist with the technology, which is why our products are built through the methodology as that I mentioned, and you can see on our website, but also through the three main pillars as technology, culture, and sustainability.
And is your product available in world Europe? Like if we are based outside Spain, can we still work with eXplorins?
Yes, 100%. Also, we have a couple of projects because we have been participating on European programs. So we have a couple of projects outside of Barcelona, and we can always build from here or being there. That's in technology area is now a problem where you are.
Great, there are no borders thanks to technologies now. And with Javier, do you have any plan to scale up what you are doing, or are you working on a new project together, or is it a surprise? Maybe you can't say more.
I'm always thinking in new ideas, but now I want to see the results of Pelai Virtual Christmas at the end of the season. And I'm sure that we will continue doing this project in the future because we have all the structure now and all the know-how, and it's going very well. People is happy with this project, and I'm sure that we are continue working on it in the future. And I don't know if I have to think about new ideas. The focus now is to talk with city council, and okay, we have now a physical wall, very nice, but we need to improve the real world of the Pelai Street and to make the street better and better. And this is an exciting work also, and we will focus on it on next year.
Okay, and you were talking about the result you are expecting from the Christmas project. What are the results you will be looking at?
The results is one of the indicators is the presence in press, in traditional press. We have a lot of media coverage of Pelai Virtual Christmas. We have a lot of good feedback about City Council because it's important because we offer services and we work in for the city. We have good numbers of scanning the QR. Hotels are very happy with the offline campaign because it's very useful to the tourists to connect with this campaign. And well, and objective, we have the most innovative lights in Barcelona, and there's no other interactive lights in the city, and I think it's the only interactive Christmas light in Spain. So we have this achievement.
I think they are great achievements, and people that are listening to us will try to achieve the same thing, I hope, after listening to that. And Angela, what is your business model? How can we work with you? Because you always say that your application is free when we are using it. Can you tell us more?
Our business model is to develop and create digital products for B2B, business to business projects. The profile of our clients is really, really diverse. We have worked with accommodations, we have worked with city council, commercial access as Pelai. We have worked with private projects or private companies. So we are very in between the public and the private. We are working also with advertising agencies to develop the technical part of the product or the campaigns. So as we see it inside, our mission, that's the most important, is to bring and connect the technologies for good. No? For that, we think we are very creative. So it doesn't matter the type of client. If they want a physical experience, connect online world with offline world, put together and show or bring to their users or the final users immersive digital experience, we are that people. We are that people that build that projects, because we are a B2B. Let's say the money comes from the business, because the intention and is very as the focus is to be a experiential marketing tool. And this is a very, very important strategy, more in the near future, that brands and products use the dynamic and the practical side of technology to build engagement, to connect the traditional advertising that is also good, but sometimes also very expensive, to link the traditional advertising with the digital one, in order to create a different type of goal. Can be a brand awareness, can be a launch a new products, can be a guerrilla marketing, a different type of marketing, a loyalty program systems, and so on. So these type of products can achieve or can be connected with many type of marketing strategies. The vision, as you can see it, is experiential marketing tool. So we love to think that we don't need to be the only ones. It's also a very community process, where the different stakeholders, including the different third parties, can bring their good, no? And in the case of Pelai Virtual Christmas, all the offline postcards are super important and super cool. It's that physical thing that say, oh wow, this is super nice. So it's connected. It's all connected. We cannot see things as in one way. That's the way that brands need to see the future of communication. And we are that type of enterprise, of a startup, that can help you with that, to connect the two worlds and to develop sustainability in different ways through technology.
Thank you for reminding us that now we cannot live only with papers. We also need digital experiences to be out of the box and stay competitive as well. Maybe we can conclude this podcast. I really appreciate this discussion because it took us in a virtual gallery, in a Christmas light in Pelai Street that I would love to see. So if you are going to Barcelona, make sure you open your eyes and you maybe scan QR code in the streets. Nice things can happen. And Angela, if we want to get in touch with you, we can just go on your website.
Yes, in the website is the famous part of About Us. You can see the basic info there, or social networks or LinkedIn. Everything works right now. So yes, you can connect us for the different channels.
Great. And I will invite our listeners to go to your Instagram page, because as what you are doing is super visual, we can really see what you're doing in the street through your Instagram. And it's really nice to see it live. And Javier, we just need to go to Pelai Street to maybe meet you.
Yeah. I invite all the people to visit Barcelona and to visit Pelai Street, and not visit only the street at itself. So go to also to the digital world of Pelai, that they can find a lot of exciting things, and they catch the street in a different way.
So just to remind ourselves how they can see the things in Pelai Street, we need to download the application eXplorin.
You don't need to download the app. You can go through the link that is available on the social medias. You open the link and you go through the browser. And inside, you only need to connect your account, and then start walking and watching all the virtual gallery. And for Pelai, you don't need anything to connect. You just go through the link or the QR code, and then it's open it straight the landing page, and you can open the 3D model straight away without landing on anything. It's just only 2 clicks. It's super easy handle and cool. So yeah, for both sides, you don't need to download. It's not needed. Sometimes depends of the 3D, what you want to do with that 3D, you need the native part, but in those cases, we didn't have to use it.
With Snapchat, can we see also the virtual gallery, or it's only for the Christmas lights?
It's only for the Christmas lights. In this case, that was the strategy, because of the NFTs, and is connected only with the app. Yeah.
It makes sense. Thank you so much. Do you have a last word you would like to share with us?
Come to Barcelona and enjoy our projects.
Yes, I think we have to say a lot, and thank you so much for inviting us, for having this space of sharing the vision, and if we can inspire or whatever we can do from here, the creativity and the type of project that we do thinking that we can be inspiration, and we have the lucky to have great clients as Pelai, because they are open for innovation and to do things in another way. So thank you so much for giving this space to sharing all the process and the objective of this project.
Well, that wraps up today's discussion with Angela and Javier, exploring how digital technologies and physical experiences are doing something truly innovative and creative that are in the process of transforming the street scene as we know it today in this well-trodden part of Barcelona. Well, today we've uncovered a really interesting intersection between the creative, digital and physical environments, and begun to imagine what new experiences in tourism might look like if we consider the interplay between these. From augmented reality art galleries to virtual Christmas celebrations, our guests have given us a fascinating insight into how technology can enhance cultural exploration and the interactions we have with each other and with the environment around us in those urban spaces. What stood out for you, Marie?
Yeah, I didn't expect it that digital experience, virtual reality can bring a community together and have positive impact on the environment as well. You can link creativity, artists, tourism industry in the same place and discover new way of doing your marketing, new way of getting memories from your destination. So it's a little messy, my conclusion, but all this information just blew my mind and I really want to try it live now.
It's really, really powerful. I think even the way you've just described it, it's something that just excites you and makes you want to play and experience these kind of digital worlds that both of them have been telling us about. Well, let's try and wrap this up in 5 key takeaways, and don't forget to hit subscribe, and we will see you
next Monday.
Here are our 5 key takeaways. Number 1, technology certainly enhances cultural engagement if we use it right. Technologies such as AR, blockchain, and many other aspects that interconnect with this have shown their potential to totally transform traditional cultural experiences and make them more interactive and memorable, but at the same time going further and creating real economic, social, and cultural value. Personally, I find that a really exciting prospect to consider when we look towards the future. Number 2, sustainability and innovation go hand in hand. These so-called phygital initiatives not only create truly unique and memorable experiences, but they also promote a different way of engaging and interacting with the environment around us. In doing so, we can better address social and environmental issues, as well as think about sustainability through content, through interactive experiences, and through engagement in a way which helps us to contribute positively to the community and the impact that we can have with this industry at every single level. Number 3, accessibility and democratization go hand in hand, and Angela has shown us how this kind of collaboration can help businesses to leverage digital technologies, which are extremely nascent, to the benefit of the wider business and cultural environment around us. This collaboration is key to making emerging tech more accessible, inviting wider audience demographics to participate and engage through technology, and expanding the audience reach of how we bring people into that process, whilst also making art and culture more accessible, more inclusive, and more within reach of different audiences, including those digital-first audiences. The 4th takeaway is to rethink how we spend locally. The idea of buying souvenirs somehow today seems a little dated. It brings questions about the origins, about how things are made, about authenticity, and so on. We've seen here that digital tokens, on the other hand, bring an entirely new way of thinking about local spend, with virtual experiences offering innovative ways for visitors to take home memories, to appreciate and buy creative art and cultural experiences in the destination, and in creating an entirely new way of taking things home. And 5, the last but certainly not the least point, is that technology enables us to build communities. As we've seen here, having the right underlying technology is key to fostering an environment of collaboration, where developments and initiatives such as creating interactions around loyalty are completely redefined from a grassroots approach, whilst interactive experiences help us to foster a sense of community in turn amongst visitors, locals, and businesses alike. So that's it, our 5 key takeaways. If you're curious to learn more about this amazing initiative, don't hesitate to reach out to Angela and Javier, who have seen a great deal of collaboration in their pathways to success, and I'm quite confident we'll be looking forward to hearing from you.